Watch until the end to find out how much it could cost to fix. If you've got a Jeep Cherokee and you're being haunted by that incredibly annoying stop-start system inoperative warning light on your dash, then you have definitely come to the right place. It's a frustratingly common issue that can pop up without any warning, leaving you wondering what's wrong with your vehicle and what it's going to take to make that little light go away for good. Before we dive into the fixes, let's quickly talk about what this system, often called ESS for Engine Stop Start, is even supposed to do. Its sole purpose is to improve your fuel economy by automatically shutting off the engine when you come to a complete stop, like at a red light. The moment you lift your foot off the brake, it's designed to instantly and seamlessly restart the engine so you can drive off. When it works, it's a neat piece of tech, but when it doesn't, you get that dreaded message. That message doesn't necessarily mean a catastrophic failure. More often, it's the vehicle's onboard computer, the Powertrain Control Module, or PCM, telling you that one of the many conditions required for the system to operate safely has not been met. The system is disabling itself as a precaution, so stick with me through the end of this video, because we're going to demystify this entire problem for you. I'll break down exactly what's going on, covering everything from the official dealer service bulletins to the real-world solutions that actual owners and independent mechanics have discovered. And most importantly, I'll give you a realistic idea of how much you might end up paying to get it fixed, so you can walk into a repair shop feeling prepared and informed. Let's dive in. First up, let's look at what the manufacturer, Jeep, has officially said about this. If you've done some digging, you might have stumbled across some official-looking entries on the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, website about this issue. It's crucial to understand what these are. But here's the thing, these aren't safety recalls. A recall is mandatory. These are communications intended to help dealership technicians diagnose and fix problems more efficiently. The first one is a manufacturer communication, also known as a star case, with the number S20080000068. Basically, this is a note from Jeep's internal tech hotline to its dealership service departments. It states that a loose or corroded ground wire, specifically the G906A ground, which is located on the passenger side front frame rail, can cause all sorts of electrical gremlins, including making your stop-start system go haywire. This ground point is critical because many of the vehicle's sensitive electronic modules rely on it for a clean, stable connection to the chassis. When it gets corroded from road salt and moisture, the electrical resistance increases, causing voltage drops that the ESS system interprets as a major fault. So what's the official fix? It's pretty straightforward. The technician is instructed to inspect, clean, and tighten that ground connection. This isn't just a quick wipe down. It means disconnecting the wire, thoroughly cleaning both the terminal and the chassis contact point down to bare metal, and then securely refastening it. After that, they take the car for a spin to verify if the ESS is back to its normal operation. Now, the second official document is a Technical Service Bulletin, or TSB. These are more detailed repair guides for known issues. This one is TSB 1802-320. This bulletin is very specific. It applies only to 2019 Jeep Cherokees equipped with the 2.4-liter engine and the ESS feature. It addresses scenarios where the check engine light is on and the vehicle has stored specific diagnostic trouble codes, like P0780, which relates to a transmission shift malfunction, or P06EF, which points to an issue with the engine restart performance. It also applies if the engine just won't restart at all after entering stop-start mode, which can be a serious safety concern in traffic. In these cases, the TSB instructs the dealer to reprogram the car's main computer, the PCM, with updated software. This new software often has revised logic that is less sensitive to minor voltage fluctuations or has better parameters for managing the engine restart sequence. And in conjunction with that, they are also supposed to update the Transmission Control Module, or TCM. The engine and transmission have to communicate perfectly for a smooth stop and restart, and this software update ensures they are both running the latest, most refined operating instructions. Again, this is not a recall. It's just a heads up to dealers on how to fix a specific known software glitch. Okay, so that's what the official channels say. But as any seasoned car owner knows, the official documents don't always tell the whole story. So what are real owners and independent techs actually finding when they encounter this problem? It turns out, a huge number of these ESS problems come down to the vehicle's electrical heart, the battery system. Many Cherokees with ESS have a dual battery setup. There's the main large battery under the hood that starts the car and runs everything, and then there's a smaller auxiliary battery. The auxiliary battery's job is to power your car's electronics, like the radio, climate control, and lights, while the engine is off during a stop-start event. This prevents the main battery from being drained, ensuring it has enough juice to restart the engine. If either the main battery or the auxiliary battery becomes weak and can't hold a proper charge, the system's health monitor will detect it. The PCM knows that a weak auxiliary battery can't support the electrical load or that a weak main battery might fail to restart the engine. In either case, it will disable the ESS and trigger the warning light. Tied directly to this is another common culprit, the Intelligent Battery Sensor, or IBS. This is a small module attached directly to the negative terminal of your main battery. Its job is to constantly monitor the battery's state of charge, voltage, current in and out, and even its temperature. It acts as the accountant for the electrical system, feeding this vital data back to the PCM. If the IBS itself fails, or if its connection is loose or corroded, it sends garbage data to the PCM. The PCM can't trust the information it's getting about the battery's health, so it plays it safe and shuts the ESS down. Many owners have found that the ultimate fix was simply replacing a faulty IBS. Others have had success by fully charging up both batteries with an external charger and then resetting the IBS. This can often be done by simply disconnecting its small electrical connector for about 10 to 15 minutes. This forces the sensor to reboot and relearn the freshly charged battery's parameters, which can clear out a software glitch. A crucial tip: if you have the dual battery setup, make sure you disconnect the negative cables from batteries before attempting to service or reset any part of the system to ensure it fully powers down. And don't forget the absolute basics either. Sometimes the solution is much simpler. We've seen cases where it was just a loose fuse in the underhood fuse box, a faulty relay, or another critical ground connection besides the one mentioned in the star case that needed to be cleaned and tightened. Before you spend any money, take 5 minutes to press in all the fuses related to the charging and engine control systems, and visually inspect all the main ground straps you can see. A little preventative maintenance here can save you a huge headache, and you might just get back in business. So if you decide this is too much to tackle yourself and you take it to a dealer, here's what I'd do to make the process smoother. Walk in armed with information. Hand them the details. Politely mention the S20080000068 star case regarding the G906A ground, and if you have a 2019 2.4L, mention TSB 1802320 for the PCM update. This shows you've done your homework and points them directly toward known issues, potentially saving diagnostic time. Ask them to follow a logical diagnostic path. Start by checking and securing all major grounds, then properly load test both batteries, and then inspect the intelligent battery sensor and its connection. Only after these physical and electrical checks are confirmed to be good should they move on to seeing if your Cherokee needs a software update. Alright, you stuck with me. So here's the part you've been waiting for. Let's talk about the cost. In a best-case scenario, if the problem is just a loose ground cleaning or a simple fuse check, you might get off with just paying the standard 1-hour diagnostic fee, which typically runs from $50 to $150, though this can be a little more at some dealerships. Always ask if this fee gets applied to the final repair cost. If you need new hardware, like one or both batteries, or a new intelligent battery sensor, you're likely looking at a bill in the range of $250 to $400 for parts and labor combined. The main AGM batteries required for these vehicles are more expensive than standard batteries, which contributes to this cost. And what about the PCM and TCM software update? Usually, if a TSB is issued for a software fix, it's covered free of charge if your vehicle is still under the bumper-to-bumper or federal emissions warranty, which can be longer than you think. If you're out of warranty, Expect to pay somewhere between $100 to $200 out of pocket for the labor to perform the update. We hope this deep dive has been helpful and empowers you to tackle this frustrating issue, whether you're a DIYer or heading to the shop. If you found this breakdown useful, do us a favor and hit that like button. And drop a comment below. Let us know if you've had this problem and what the fix was for you. Your story could be the key that helps another Cherokee owner. And of course, subscribe for more detailed car tips and repair guides. Thanks for watching.